Please be seated. Chancellor, graduates, guests, and members of the university community, good morning and welcome. I'm Jackie Wise, Pro-Vice Chancellor Students. Graduations are one of the university's most important events. This year, the university will hold approximately 50 ceremonies, both in Sydney and in Shanghai. On occasion, the university seeks to honour individuals who have made an extraordinary impact upon society through their contributions they have made to the university. Today, the university will bestow an honorary doctorate upon an outstanding member of the UTS community. I would like to introduce to you those on stage. Seated in the centre of the stage is Miss Catherine Livingstone, AC, Chancellor of the university, who will preside over this ceremony. The Chancellor is joined today by Professor Andrew Parfitt, Vice-Chancellor and President, Ms. Josepha Sobski, AM, who will be awarded a Doctorate of Education, honoris causa, and will also deliver the occasional address. Professor Mark Evans, Interim Dean of the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences, and Professor Carl Rhodes, Dean of the UTS Business School, who will be presenting graduates. The other people seated on stage are Emeritus Professor Jenny Edwards, Ms. Diane Hill, and Ms. Chloe Ferreira, members of the UTS Council, alongside Associate Professor Lynn Sinclair, Chair of Academic Board. Professors, academics and professional staff from faculties and institutes who have played such a large part into the success of today's graduates are here today as well. I would like to acknowledge our staff members who are graduating today, Sophia Ann Stiles and Sian Emily Hamilton. It gives me great pleasure now to invite Ms. Catherine Livingstone, AC, Chancellor, to formally open proceedings.
In the name of the Council, I declare this congregation of the University of Technology, Sydney, duly assembled. And on behalf of the University of Technology, Sydney, and before we begin proceedings, and on behalf of all of those present, I would like to acknowledge and pay our respects to the traditional owners of the land on which we meet, the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation. It is upon their ancestral lands that UTS stands. Similarly, I would also like to pay our respects to their elders, both past and present, acknowledging them as the traditional custodians of knowledge for this place. In this graduation ceremony, we will celebrate the conferral of awards upon graduates from the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences and the UTS Business School. Today's ceremony marks a great achievement on the part of the graduates, but also recognises the support that they have received from family and friends, many of whom are with us here today. We warmly welcome you as together we celebrate the achievements of the graduates. I will now ask Professor Andrew Parfitt, Vice-Chancellor and President, to present a candidate for the Doctor of Education honoris causa.
Chancellor, the Council of the University has established the award of Doctor of Education honoris causa to be made to persons who, in its opinion, have made an outstanding contribution to professional practice in a discipline of interest to the university. Chancellor, I present to you Ms. Josepha Sobski, AM. Ms. Josepha Sobski, AM, is a widely respected educator, policy advisor, and advocate for women's rights and education. The child of post-war Polish migrants, she realised the strength and power of education at a young age, making it her life's mission to improve the lives of others through learning. A UTS alumna, Ms. Sobski graduated in 1997 with a Master of Education. She has used her education and experience to empower other women. She was appointed a member of the Order of Australia, AM, in 2018 for her service to women's rights and migrant advocacy and her contributions across higher education and skills-based training. Starting her career as a high school teacher in southwest Sydney, Ms. Sobski was appointed to a position in the then New South Wales Ministry of Education in a newly established social development unit charged with eliminating sexism in education. Concurrently, She was a founding member of the New South Wales Women in Education Group and an active in this group and the Australian Women's Education Coalition. Leaving the ministry, she was appointed to a role in the then New South Wales Department of Technical and Further Education, TAFE. After 5 years, she was transferred to the role of Principal of Meadowbank College of TAFE, where she channeled her passion into making meaningful change. This experience led to more senior roles as Director of the South Western Sydney Institute of TAFE and eventually Deputy Director General in the New South Wales Department of Education and Training. A feminist and advocate for women's rights, Ms Sobski has vigorously and effectively campaigned for the elimination of sex discrimination in the national education system throughout her professional and volunteer career. During her 31-year public service career, she has been an advisor to federal and state government ministers and a member of the New South Wales Board of Studies, the TAFE Commission Board, and the chair of the Ministerial Council's National Vocational Education, Employment and Training Women's Advocacy Committee. She was a founding member of the TAFE Community Alliance, and Ms Sobski was the chair of the board of the Jessie Street National Women's Library, a specialist library dedicated to the preservation of Australian women's work, words and history for 17 years. Under her leadership, the library became a significant research centre that housed books, serials, archives, posters and memorabilia significant to the history of women's participation in our nation and advocacy for women's equality. She continues to be a proud library member and volunteer. A passionate defender of social justice, Ms Sobski has used her experience and her voice to fight for equality of access to education and training, adequate government funding and support for our public institutions. She is still a member of the National Coordinating Committee of Women's Electoral Lobby. As a member of WEL New South Wales, she was instrumental in campaigning to save women's refuges. She also served as a board member for Rape and Domestic Violence Services Australia for 10 years. A trailblazer for women's rights and social justice, Ms Sobski's profound impact on education and social policy aligns strongly with UTS's core function and vision. Her commitment to equal access and representation and her willingness to give her time and expertise so generously is as impactful as it is inspiring. It is an honour for the University of Technology Sydney to confer Ms Josepha Sobski with a Doctor of Education honoris causa. Chancellor, in recognition of her distinguished contribution, I ask you to admit Ms Josepha Sobski AM to the degree of Doctor of Education honoris causa.
So by the authority vested in me by the Council of the University of Technology Sydney, I admit Ms Josepha Sobski AM to the degree of Doctor of Education honoris causa. Congratulations. I now invite Professor Mark Evans, Interim Dean of the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences, to present graduates.
Chancellor, I invite graduates in the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences and the UTS Business School to stand. Chancellor, the UTS Council has resolved that candidates recommended to it by the faculty boards in Arts and Social Sciences and Business as eligible for awards have completed all requirements of a course of study approved by the boards and has conferred these awards upon them. Chancellor, I now present those graduates from the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences and the UTS Business School who are here before you to acknowledge the awards for which they have qualified.
So on behalf of the Council of the University of Technology Sydney, I congratulate graduates on their achievements in obtaining the awards for which they have now qualified. Huge congratulations.
Graduates, you may be seated. Chancellor, the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences aspires to excellence in both fundamental and user-focused research. We aim for rigour, originality and significance, encouraging our students to work with outside organisations to address their challenges and to explore opportunities. The result is innovative, useful research with impact for our communities and stakeholders. Chancellor, I present to you graduates receiving research degrees. The following students have graduated with the Doctor of Philosophy. Colin Alexander Klupik, for a thesis entitled Secondary Student Conceptualizations of Subjects Facing a Survival Dilemma, the relationship between student conceptualization, motivation, and value proposition in the case of technology and languages, supported by a supervisory panel that included Principal Supervisor Professor Leslie Harben and Co-Supervisor Dr. Mark Tutton. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Colin Alexander Klupik. Cheryl Ann Saunders, for a thesis entitled Early Career Language Teachers' Use of Professional Standards, a case study of factors impacting decisional capital, supported by a supervisory panel that included Principal Supervisor Professor Leslie Harben and Co-Supervisor Dr. Mark Tutton. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Cheryl Ann Saunders. Chancellor, we will now present to you our coursework graduates receiving awards today.
The following students have graduated with the Master of Applied Linguistics and TESOL, Yong-Yi Huang. Master of Education, Learning and Leadership, Haura Abed. Catherine Buckle. Heike Marika Craig. Brenda Doran Higgins. Kathleen Gordon. Ola Koder. Roslyn Moore. Dominique Simone Pennington. Vijaya Lakshmi Sebaraj. Manel Slatini. Nicole Ann Wazer. Graduate Certificate in Education, Learning and Leadership, Master of Education, Learning and Leadership, Martin John Davison. Bethany Ella Miller. Paul J. Myatt. Flavia Noemi Ojeda. Teresa Young. Master of Teaching in Secondary Education, Nicola Agueras. Emil Andonov. Keegan Bowen. Hai Ping Dong. Sarah Catherine Einarsson. Mina Faquir. Khulud Hamad. Ishra Tabenda Hassan. Kira Rose Kennelly. Hasimran Kaur Mangat. Perry Maniakas. Gemma Rose Pethybridge. Jonathan Petru. Rachel Raskopoulos. Alyssa L. Simone. Sanjana Suresh Sankaran. Victor Tung. Durafsha Zahid. Duri Zahid. Bachelor of Business with Distinction, Master of Teaching in Secondary Education, Pia Das. Bachelor of Communication, Creative Writing, Master of Teaching in Secondary Education, Rosie Grace Cereza. Yuen Do. Keithan Landian. Emma Sanchez. Jennifer Toney. Bachelor of Science, Master of Teaching in Secondary Education, Adarsh Robindra Anuj. Rachel El Jamas. Lucy Rebecca Gattas. Marisa Jays. Nicholas Mackenzie Karam. Courtney Hoang Ching Lau. Diane Stevich. Master of TESOL and Applied Linguistics, Khulud Saeed Al-Maki. Kershin Dai. Jenny Ho Kwan Gu. Sarah Ria Tanaka Lucantonio. Graduate Diploma in TESOL and Applied Linguistics, Catherine Mary Nielsen. Bachelor of Arts in Educational Studies, Bachelor of Languages and Cultures, Sophia Ann Stiles. Bachelor of Education, Bachelor of Arts in International Studies, Maki Blumer. Sarah Anka Campbell. Christopher Ketkio. Bachelor of Education, Bachelor of Languages and Cultures, Delphia Asemaga. Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Education, Emma Juliet Bolton. Kelly Callahan. Natasha Amber Carroll. Tian Yang Deng. Rianne Jane Granger. Shumok Mohammed Farid Ibrahim. Adelaide Grace James. Randall Thomas Mumbala. Michael Nelson. Phuc Tin Nguyen. Esther Reznikov. Nikayla Lisa Siva. Shay Lee Smith. Sky Rebecca Snelson. Kyle Thomas B. Thierry. Bachelor of Arts in Educational Studies, Shan Gao. Bachelor of Criminology, Sebastian Araki. Nikki Jeanette Armstrong. Lara Jessica Hughes. Zoe Kelleher Unger. Diana Kozul. Susan Margaret Marie O'Hara. Joanne Michelle Rowe. Maram Samia. Bachelor of Criminology in Digital Forensics, Jamil Hamad. Roy Karam. Aidan Sikari. Bachelor of Global Studies, Lucas William Churchill. Makushla Flanagan. Olivia Wynne.
Chancellor, this concludes the presentation of graduates from the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences. I now invite Professor Carl Rhodes, Dean of the UTS Business School, to present graduates.
Chancellor, each year UTS recognises a select few undergraduate candidates of exceptional merit. Such candidates are honoured with the award of the University Medal. Chancellor, I now present to you graduates receiving an undergraduate award and the University Medal in UTS Business School. The following students have graduated with Bachelor of Business Honours with First Class Honours and the University Medal. James Richard Harold Fennell. Bachelor of Business Honours with First Class Honours and the University Medal, Joshua Benjamin Huckstep. Chancellor, we now present to you our coursework graduates receiving awards today.
The following students have graduated with the Master of Digital Marketing, Pamela Ablaza. Liana Neo. Bachelor of Business with Credit, Graduate Certificate in Digital Marketing, Master of Digital Marketing, Emily Grace Woodrow. Graduate Certificate in Digital Marketing, Master of Digital Marketing, Connor James Redvis Donkin McAllister. Graduate Certificate in Marketing and Digital Strategy, Master of Digital Marketing, Jack Dobbins. Bachelor of Business, Master of Finance, Drang Drang Miao. Master of Marketing, Redouan Ahmed. Leila Ajdarova. Lucia Anil Kamodeka. Celine Patrice Doherty. Chang Fang. Nitesh Narendra Hiranwar. Latika Kandelwal. Phuc Pui Lee. Ming Jie Lee. Shixin Liang. Binzi Liu. Qing Luo. Lawanya Ashish Mazmudar. Raghav Motani. An Di Nguyen. Ngok Hong Phuc Nguyen. Sachiko Okamoto. Jining Ong. Warot Prasitsan Preacher. Supicha Punyawang. Meet Laxmikant Rajguru. Pranjali Sadhana. Tianmeng Teo. Nga Lam Wang. Kot Chanapan Watanabarami. Pei Chin Wu. Yu Xuan Zhang. Graduate Diploma in Marketing, Master of Marketing, Yi Ding Jiang. Bachelor of Business, Master of Marketing, Jia Yi Ta. Graduate Certificate in Marketing, Master of Marketing, Ying Peng Fan. Leonie Michelle Forbes. Bachelor of Business, Honours with Second Class Honours, Division 1, Bachelor of Economics with Distinction, Billy Diamond Norris. Bachelor of Business, Honours with Second Class Honours, Division 1, Bhumika Bazad. Scott Tan. Maria Zahid. Bachelor of Business Honours with Second Class Honours, Division 2, Bachelor of Business with Distinction, Reuben Riley O'Connor. Bachelor of Business Honours with Second Class Honours, Division 2, Bachelor of Economics with Distinction, Samuel Potter. Bachelor of Business with Distinction, Bachelor of Arts in International Studies, Shewe Wen Rachel Kwa. Wei Yun Shu. Bachelor of Business with Distinction, Bachelor of Sustainability and Environment, Sian Emma Lee Hamilton. Elisa Andrea McLeod. Lily Athanasia Zadalis. Zizhuo Zhang. Bachelor of Business with Credit, Bachelor of Arts in International Studies, Catherine Elizabeth Vilma Cross. India Fay. Rachel Grace Murphy. Satya Seymour. Bachelor of Business with Credit, Bachelor of Sustainability and Environment, Madeline Angeli. Jackson Joseph Crocker. Isabella Lucia Maria Lopopolo. Benjamin Louis Maybury. Louis Elliott Tabay. Bachelor of Business with Distinction, Rashi Chand. Dominic Edgel. Arnica Lee Flowers. Stanford Mackenzie. Rosanna Juliet McCann. Truong Kang Pham. Michelle Tanu Wijaya. Bachelor of Business with Credit, Diploma in Innovation, Christina Katzi. Bachelor of Business with Credit, Abraham Abbas. Alice Bayliss. Frank John Casella. Sabrina Phoebe Chan. Ru Feng Chen. Ru Quen Chen. Zara Grace Commons. Zoe Margaret Etzel. Amelia Gerety. George Heisman. Joshua Hill. Alexander Kapos. Gabriella Kolak. Alex Lam. Oliver Liu. Jessica McIver. Matthew John Mascatelli. Kane Sablatdig. Broderick Michael Simkin. Chantel Singh. Samuel Ishan Stack. David Velofsky. Joshua Wagstaff. Emily Wihandono. Christian Xavier Zeri. Braden Rudy Anand Zibert. Bachelor of Business, Jemima Jessie Austin. Kian Patrick Scott Blackshaw. Alexander Peter Deli Nicholas. Sebastian Dunn Lewis. Andrea Marushko. Faustinus Adriel Pawito. Nidath Ishan Sathasiva. Shen Cheng Zhu. Bachelor of Management with Credit, Nicholas Stephen Kalich. Bachelor of Business with Credit, Oliver William Riddle. From the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences, Master of Education, Learning and Leadership, Patricia Noemi Ertlinger.
Chancellor, this concludes the presentation of graduates.
So on behalf of all at UTS, I'd like to say a huge congratulations again to our new graduates, but just as importantly to your family and friends who are with us here this morning and have no doubt given you a great deal of love, support and understanding during your studies. Now, finishing a degree or a diploma is a major milestone, and we don't underestimate the hard work and the sacrifices that you've made in reaching this goal. And you should be very proud of yourselves because your university is certainly very proud of you. Your graduation is one of the most important moments in your life and brings with it opportunities and challenges. The opportunities have never been greater for UTS graduates. You are held in very high esteem by employers, not just because of the quality of education that you've received here, but also because of its very practical nature. Conversely, the challenges in the workplace have never been greater. Scrutiny and the expectations of society are already high and continue to grow. So I would urge you all to maintain the highest level of personal and professional integrity. Confront with courage the inevitable ethical dilemmas as they arise, and remember the caution that the behaviour you walk past is the behaviour you condone. But beyond the opportunities and challenges, a graduation signals that you have gained new knowledge. Use it wisely and use it responsibly. Ensure that your impact is a positive one and that you are seen to contribute, not to take. And I say this particularly because you are graduates of a University of Technology. And as we all know, technology can be an enormous force for good, but we do have to be alert to unintended consequences, and even more so in those situations where the applications of technology are intentionally not benign. And unfortunately, there are too many examples of this. There will be times, however, when knowledge alone is not enough, and you will be called upon to make judgments. And judgments occur when the answer is not clear. There's no right or wrong. Judgment is informed by experience, and particularly the experience, ironically, that you gain from making mistakes. We relatively have little learning from our successes. We just bank them and move on. But our mistakes we think about and we reflect, and that's where we do the learning. So we all make mistakes, but they actually provide the best learning and build those reserves of judgment on which we can later draw. So my challenge to all of you here today is to make sure that you make enough space and time to build those reserves of judgment. Turn off the laptop, turn off the iPhone, and just think. Think about the questions you need to ask, think about the answers you receive, and think about the judgments you're being called upon to make. And I can't stress enough how crucial it is to be able to think. We all know that the world is becoming more complex, but with careful thought and reflection, this complexity can be managed. But you mustn't be just drawn along in that sort of momentum of activity, complexity, things. You have to take control and think about it. So purposefully thinking through all the decisions that you will face and identifying, as I've said, not just the intended but the unintended consequences is a very important career skill. So please take the time to develop it. But of course, we hope your relationship with UTS doesn't end here. Your career will evolve in multiple dimensions and no doubt multiple geographies. But what we know it will involve is continuous learning, and UTS stands ready to support you, our new alumni, in your lifelong learning needs. So we welcome you into the global UTS alumni community. Stay involved and stay in touch, and remember that the Alumni Office is your lifelong connection to UTS. So may I congratulate you all again and wish you every success in applying the skills and knowledge that you've gained in our world-class institution. Well done. It now gives me great pleasure to invite Ms. Josepha Zobski, AM, to deliver the occasional address.
Chancellor. Professor Mark Evans, Vice-Chancellor, President Andrew Parfitt, Professor Andrew Parfitt, Professor Carl Rhodes, Ms. Jackie Wise, Pro-Vice-Chancellor students, representatives of UTS Council and Academic Board, graduates, family, friends, and members of the community, and a special thanks to the group of women who've come here to support me this morning. May I acknowledge the traditional owners of the land, the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation, and pay my respects to their elders and descendants, and all Aboriginal people present here today. We are on Aboriginal land, never ceded. I am profoundly grateful to the University of Technology, Sydney, for this opportunity to address you today. You opened me up, I can tend to go on, and for the honour which it has bestowed on me. My surprise at the honour is equalled only by my gratitude for the recognition of my work in education and advocacy for women's rights and equality. I embrace recognition because for me it is another opportunity for promoting equity, diversity and inclusion, all of which the university profoundly asserts through its teaching, research and partnership and engagement with its communities and businesses. In particular, women's organisations are grateful for its support of research and community education to end the scourge of domestic violence with the Paul Ramsay's Foundation Fellowship Program and Professor Anne Summers. I want to begin by paying tribute to teachers here present and all those who labour daily in classrooms, lecture theatres and laboratories and workshops throughout our very fortunate nation. All of them dedicated, caring and committed, deserving of equal recognition. I acknowledge in particular my partner in life, Bronwyn Thorncraft, who has persevered as an educator for well over 40 years, sowing seeds of knowledge, brightening young lives with a creative and inspiring pedagogy rooted in experience, matched with a deep and instinctive understanding and analysis of how her students best learn. All of you today will be embarking or returning into a world of work. It is set in the larger context of a world riven by numerous conflicts, huge movements of peoples seeking a better life, plagued by uncertainty and divided by deep opinions on global directions and social values. The gauntlet has been thrown down to universities in the nation that has performed, up until now anyway, as a leader of the so-called free world. Academic freedom of thought and inquiry is being threatened. This beacon of democracy, with its supposed separation of powers, has been plunged into disarray. Internationally, leaders are scrambling in quest of a response to this new world of disorder. Cherished and reliable institutional frameworks are being dismantled. International rules observed for decades, sometimes imperfectly, are being undermined or simply ignored or trashed. Diplomatic courtesies are being dispensed with and replaced with vulgarities. Disarray, disorder, and disruption underpinned by disrespect. And I mention here the treatment of Vladimir Zelensky, for whom my heart was breaking because my parents came from Ukraine, though one of them was Polish and my mother was Ukrainian. It was a sad day to see him abused for having invaded his own country, apparently. The cruel cuts to aid programs have banished any chance of a basic education for millions of girls and those in marginalised communities. You will fortunately, however, all of you graduate will enter, however still intact, Australian democratic frameworks in your chosen areas of work and social activity. If you are returning to another country, strive to shape its future within a state that defines and protects human rights. This university has equipped you with skills and knowledge and the tools for thinking, for analysis, for gathering evidence, for developing solutions to problems and applying an ethical and moral compass to all your endeavours. Embrace these gifts. They are precious. They prepare you to negotiate through the difficulties and problems you will continue to encounter throughout your lives, as well as providing you with the ability to make a difference. Think globally, act locally is not just a trite slogan. It points to a way of working that enables you to make your small difference in your lifetime. In a society and world where there is increasing concentration of wealth and increasing inequality, you all have a role to play in ensuring that wealth redistribution through our social services and public institutions is a goal in our democracy for all governments. The weaponisation of wealth by tyrannical tycoons to distort this goal and present it as robbing the society through taxation or the provision of social services by faceless, useless bureaucrats needs to be thoroughly debunked and deconstructed. Wealth does not assure the wealthy of wisdom. Wealth can be an enabler for action that aims to achieve a better, fairer, more just world, as well as that comfortable life which we all seek. When it nourishes hubris and arrogance, it is destructive and ultimately costs all in our society. Finally, leaving as graduates, you are more confident, resilient, knowledgeable, and with the competencies to take on an ever-changing world. Technological innovation, with the evolution of generative artificial intelligence, will bring many benefits to all with its attendant risks. This will require vigilance and new ways of working. Hopefully, it will assist us to steer a path to a more sustainable future. Our footprint on the planet must be lightened so that we can bequeath to the next generation a world where the negative effects of climate change and the loss of biodiversity have been arrested and are being reversed. You all have a role to play. As a young first-generation migrant living in the western suburbs of Sydney, in Villawood as it happens, I was encouraged by my beloved parents to view education as the key to opening many doors. It did open for me many doors. It gave me an understanding and critique of the world and a belief that I could and should make a difference. We live in a democratic, prosperous country. It is a great privilege, one that not all on the planet enjoy. We have achieved a tertiary level of education. We must become models of its merits. It has contributed, we hope, to the development of our humanity as well as our intelligence. It has imbued us with compassion, generosity, and a sense of social justice. It is certainly in the mission of this fine higher education institution. Educated and living in a democracy, we carry responsibilities and obligations beyond our immediate circle of family, friends, and work colleagues. I believe we have a duty to become active, engaged, and contributing citizens, not just on our devices, but visibly in our communities. This demands practical involvement in our community in small ways or on broader platforms. We are still here in this country free to choose. As you graduate and celebrate today, reflecting on your aspirations for the future, reflect also globally. Continue your openness to ideas, to learning, to honing your skills and expanding your knowledge. Our community needs you. It wants you to grasp complex problems and offer solutions. It expects you to lead with imaginative energy towards a peaceful and just world. I extend to all of you graduates and to family who've supported you, but heartiest and warmest congratulations firstly to all of you graduates. May you prosper in your work and flourish in friendship and family. Thank you very much.
Graduations are indeed among the most important occasions in the life of a university, and we are very fortunate at UTS to have on these occasions some of the most distinguished members of our community speak to us. And today, Ms. Sobski has absolutely demonstrated why she's a leader and why the impact of the work that she has done will be long-lasting and significantly impact and shape the future of Australia's education. She's reaffirmed for us in these times the importance of equity, diversity and inclusion, and that it should remain as a principle with our university, standing not in opposition to excellence and impact, but beside it. She's reminded us of the role of teachers and the role of education to overcome challenges. And importantly, graduates, in the world of work that you're going into, it's also a world of conflict and inequality. Academic freedom, precious to universities, and freedom of speech, precious to us all, though difficult, must be preserved at a time of vulnerability. And she's noted that for all of your excellence and expertise in the areas, a continued passion to make a change in the world will define our future for us. Would you join me in thanking again Ms. Josephina Sobski for her address?
Chancellor, guests and graduates, that occasional address concludes the formal proceedings for this ceremony. On behalf of the Chancellor, I invite you to join the official party for refreshments. These will be served in the Great Hall foyer and the balcony room adjoining this hall. The photography, framing and memorabilia services are located on level 4, which is one floor below us. The academic procession is about to leave the Great Hall. As it does, I invite our new graduates to join the procession, which will end in the balcony room. Would the congregation please rise for the academic procession?